Here's my hot take for the upcoming Premier League season. Tottenham Hotspurs will hoist a trophy. Okay, let's do it, boys. I'm back.
Champion! It's champion!
That was a long
good to
break.
see you guys,
That was a
man.
long break, bro.
Very long
It's
break.
been a long time. I can't even remember the last episode.
What were we talking about in the last episode? It doesn't matter. We're here to
yeah.
today.
Liverpool was one game away from winning.
And
And
now,
now we have won it for 3 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
how does it feel?
Oh, man. It felt great. It still does feel great.
Really?
Yeah. But until we lift the trophy, which is going to happen next week.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Are you guys playing home? The last game?
No. Actually, I hope.
away?
Actually, yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I'm gonna check, but
It always feels special when you win the title, and then the last game is at your home.
Yeah, that's true.
I remember like Man City lifting the trophy.
Oh, yeah.
But the
it is at
fans,
home.
like,
It is
Yeah,
at home.
nice,
Yes,
okay.
nice. Against Crystal Palace.
that would be cool.
I think that what I saw online, we're both going to celebrate
That's going to be
that.
your community shield, right? Next year. Isn't it?
Oh, do we
Yeah.
play FA Cup? The FA
Isn't
Cup
it
winner?
the winner of the FA
Yeah.
Cup versus the
Oh,
winner of
nice.
the
So there's
Premier League?
another trophy guaranteed for us there.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll see.
You're counting that?
We'll see that.
Oh, yeah.
What are you...
What kind of a team is that?
I feel no, but Liverpool, like we played so good this season, and we were benefited from people that weren't so good underneath.
Sure.
It feels great to add another trophy.
Well, honestly, you guys deserved it.
I'm happy for Salah getting
yeah.
a trophy.
And you
Yeah.
guys renewed for Salah and Van Dijk. I know
Yeah.
you're losing
Yeah.
Arnold,
That was big.
but it's been a really good year for Arne Slot. Like during his first year to get a trophy, secure these contract extensions.
Nobody expected it.
I don't think he would
doesn't get better than
dreamt
that.
about that start.
Yeah. That doesn't...
I'm okay with unfavorable opinion, but I'm okay with losing Trent. Like that's okay.
Well, of course, you
I'm
said
happy-
Jeremy Frimpong.
I'm happy with getting replacements.
I know.
Araf.
You
I
guys
just
are
felt like
getting
he you could tell this season. I felt like he didn't seem as motivated. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because khalas, you know. So, but now we're getting like people that he even said it. He wants a new challenge. Like things get stale. Khalas. He's been there for 10 years, so it's good to get some fresh faces. That's why I'm okay with it.
I honestly think you guys are getting a better replacement than
Yeah.
Trent.
I don't know about
to
that.
be honest.
Frimpong?
Frimpong's
He's
amazing.
much better defensively, and like he would add a few more things that Trent didn't have, like speed, strength.
The work rate,
And,
bro.
yeah.
The
I don't
work
trust
rate, bro.
Bundesliga players. I'll be honest. Bundesliga players have
Let me tell you something.
historically
Jeremy
never done
Frimpong,
good.
Do you know where? You know which academy he's from?
Yeah, he came from Arsenal, Man
Manchester City.
Man City.
So he's going to be a hit.
Wasn't there another Frimpong that played in Arsenal? Or am I thinking of a different Frimpong?
I don't think
Probably.
I've seen a
It's
Frimpong
kind of
before.
I've heard the name before, yeah.
That's why I
Yeah.
always thought.
But dude, he's a Man City academy player. Of course he's going to be
So
a
then
hit.
maybe he would be good then.
Of course he's going
Kind
to
of
be good.
feels sad that he's going to Liverpool though.
Sucks, dude.
Direct rival.
Why would he go back to? He's
idiots.
Dutch though.
We're such
He's
idiots.
Dutch. He has like 3 people:
Yeah.
Van Dijk, Gakpo,
He's
and
Dutch.
So
Like-
Arne Slot is basically just preparing Netherlands for the World Cup next
Yeah.
year.
I mean,
Dude,
we're
okay.
set. Bring back
I would be
Ronaldo.
shocked. I don't know if he can speak Dutch, dude. If you hear him talk, like he's from England.
He has
He's like a British.
he has a British accent.
Yeah.
I've heard videos.
Yeah, like he might be Dutch because like the right back situation in England is like ridiculous. You have to freaking
Yeah.
beat 4 guys just to have a shot at the job. So you just may, but dude, he's a freaking beast, and his work rate is unbelievable, and he's
I'm not as excited, but like I'll see it when I don't watch enough Bundesliga to know how good he is.
Yeah.
I'll be
I
honest.
think he's gonna have good chemistry now that we're actually mentioning this point. He's a
Yeah.
Dutch player. He got 3 more, like a Dutch manager or a Dutch coach,
And
and
2
2
players.
more Netherlands players.
Yeah.
So
and if we
I
get
think
anybody
he's gonna
else,
be great. Yeah,
yeah. And but we're also still linked with Kirkes too. So
on the left back.
is he on the? They're on
on
opposite
both
sides,
right? Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
So you guys are kind of like set.
no, that would be good.
That's gonna be even a better
Nasty.
team than this team that
Yeah,
you
it
have
will be.
already.
It will be.
Dude,
And
Kirkes and Frimpong would be
but
crazy.
do you think these recruits will slow you guys down of actually trying to get a striker?
I hope not. God no, please no.
Can you guys go one more year without a striker?
Absolutely not. We don't have a
false.
false 9 kind of
So
system.
if you you spent I think 50 on Frimpong or 40
we're selling Nunez.
To who?
Oh, we don't get any. Oh, we may sell him to Saudi, I think is what I was saying. Right?
How much would you guys get from him?
Well, what they offered us this past like transfer window was like, what was it? It was some crazy 80 million.
Oh my god! You should have.
So if we take, I know we should have, but they were stupid,
That's
so
crazy.
if we get that again, that's pretty good. Wait, so we're paying 50 million? No, there was a $30 million release clause in Frimpong's contract. That's what I
it
read.
wasn't that expensive. I think
I
thought I
is
saw
50.
40
Kirkes
million.
is like
Kirkes is expensive.
I thought I saw
Yeah.
40 million euros. So maybe it's 30 million pounds.
Yeah,
and that- the
probably, yeah.
conversion-
So that's not too bad.
That
I
sounds
mean,
about
That's
right.
That's not that bad.
fantastic.
Yeah,
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I mean the contract is probably a lot less than what.
And he can play
Arnold was
in a
making.
pinch. He can play right wing back too. Like he can play
Yeah,
for Leverkusen. Sometimes they'll play like if they have an injury, he'll play up front as a winger.
Yeah.
He's very versatile.
I really wonder
I'm
if you
excited
guys
for
will not
transfers.
get a striker after
dude,
these
I
recruits.
would be surprised because I feel like Slot. It's clear Slot
Yeah.
has benched Jota and Nunez for the past. He either plays Diaz or Gakpo up front, which they're not permanent solutions.
It just Frimpong plays as a true wing back. Like he just like hugs the line. Like he's gonna be the guy that's going back and forth off the line. So that could push Salah more to the middle, where you see Salah has
Yeah.
your like
I don't
I
know.
don't know
Salah's gonna love having
shadow
Frimpong.
striker.
I think he's going to love having
Yeah.
Frimpong
I
because
agree.
He will. Yeah.
Because like I'm going to be. Let's be honest.
I'm
guys,
already
Salah-
imagining it.
the reason why I think Salah is going to really enjoy playing with him is because let's just be honest, Salah doesn't like playing defense.
Yeah.
And with Alexander Arnold, sometimes you have to come back and help him out.
Yeah,
a little bit. He won't have to do that as much with Frimpong.
Yeah. Like I could see you guys actually recruiting more in midfield than actually getting someone.
I
as
think
a
our midfield
striker.
is stacked. I'll be honest. I don't
I
think we
think
need
so,
anything. I think if we're getting any, we might even sell Diaz. I don't know. We
Like,
need
I'm thinking
wings.
as a backup midfielder.
Backup
because
midfielder.
You guys are very dependent in your formation on Gravenberg, and
Yeah,
if he gets injured,
we have some people to step
What's
in.
wrong
Like
with
Yeah.
Endo?
Jones can step in. Endo can step in.
maybe. Yeah.
We can. McAllister can drop back if he needs to. I don't know. I if I was doing manager mode,
Yeah.
I really hope Liverpool were getting a striker and a
Like-
wing.
Yeah.
Which striker do you want?
Oh,
You know Isak's asking price. You know what his price is.
I would love Isak.
150.
Yeah, Newcastle want 150 from him if he's going. I
I think Arsenal will go.
I think he said like 150 if he's going to another Premier League team, but if he's going like to Barcelona, they would take like 100 or 120 or something like that.
interesting.
So
I
we have
wouldn't.
to pay up.
There's
Yeah.
not really any other names.
Last time you guys did that, it was for
There's that guy from Frankfurt, Ekitike.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's as good, to be honest. I mean, he would be a project. I would
what about
prefer Isak.
Gyökeres?
I think he's going to United.
Yeah, he's going to
I don't
his
think
old
he would.
coach.
Yeah, I don't want him.
You don't want him,
No.
bro. Ever since the game he like took a dump on us in
Scored a
Champions
hat-trick.
League, yeah,
Has he been good since then?
yeah.
I don't know his
I'm pretty
stats.
sure he like destroyed the.
I think he's up for like the golden boot of all Europe. Like
I don't know. He strikes me as like a under 20 goal season player
Nunez
in the
was
Premier
like
League.
that. I don't think they're gonna like.
I think
fall
he's
for it
he's
again.
gonna get
Can
like
Nunez do that in 1 year or consistently over like 5 years? Because Gyökeres has been like a pretty consistent striker.
yeah.
over a few
Nunez
years.
only had
He's
maybe
not,
a season and a half.
Gyökeres is not like a young. He's like I think
Yeah, he's like
mid
27
20s or 27 whatever.
27 years
He's
old.
not a 30 goal like Premier League 30 goals player.
Well, those
I
don't
don't know, I
grow
think-
on trees, my friend.
Yeah.
Isak.
Yeah,
Isak
it's
in the Liverpool squad.
I'm saying like
Oh,
Isak, if you guys don't want to fork over 150 M's, which historically you guys would not do something like that. The last time you did something like that was for Darwin.
Yeah, we
You
wouldn't
saw
do
that
that.
turned out.
Yeah.
So, but Isak is a proven commodity,
and he's
so-
Dutch.
The thing is,
Right?
No, he's Sweden.
Swedish,
Yeah.
But even if you hear him talk, he's got a British accent. Like
And-
he's-
Yeah. The thing is,
Yeah.
you guys didn't struggle with scoring goals this year. That's why I don't think you guys are gonna go with a striker.
We're so heavily dependent on Salah.
Yeah.
And I
Which
mean,
you guys
I don't know. Salah, the past
So-
few games, kind of just like
and you renewed his contract, so that's why I'm thinking you might still follow the same like pattern. Like you're gonna strengthen the defense, like the players that you're losing, and not.
see. That's
really
what I
give a
hate.
shot.
I hate when they do things like that.
you have to
Yeah.
change things up because next
It's
season
based on
everyone
need.
you're gonna have the target on your back, and like I'm not rooting for it, but I am just gonna say it. You guys did very well this year with injuries.
Yes.
Yeah,
Didn't have any problems with that. Okay,
for the most part.
so that's like Murphy's law. what goes around comes around. Like that's probably not going to happen again next year. So
Unless
you have to
you're
be
prepared
prepared
for
for that.
Yeah.
That's why we say like when you do if you push a transfer window down the road, like kick the can down the road, you're moving backwards. Not
Well, you know,
forwards. There's no neutral.
The players all said that Slot's training is a lot more aggressive and like rigorous than what Klopp
Then
had.
Klopp's.
Yeah, and they
vibe
said
I
it
got
caught
from
them. It
Klopp
caught
is
them
like-
off guard.
Really?
So I mean, maybe that's why the fitness was so much better
That's
because
surprising to me.
And at
because
the
the
same
vibe I
time-
got from Klopp.
And look
was
at
like
Arsenal.
practices
Arsenal's-
were
You
intense.
probably practice a lot, but at the same time, you don't use all what you practiced during like games because you guys are still more in control. So,
I think
like,
we're
you're not
smart.
you guys are
I
not
don't know.
chasing the ball a lot.
I don't think we're a team that like the way we played doesn't promote injuries. Like we're
Yeah, I
not
feel like
playing like counterattack.
You guys got lucky with the Premier League too. To be honest, you guys have been in cruise control since like October.
Is it luck?
I would say
Is it luck?
it's not luck. It's good.
To win the Premier League, you have to be a little bit lucky.
Yeah.
You have
It's
to.
not Leicester
It's
City
just
luck.
like
I mean, like,
your
no,
direct
I think-
competitors.
I think you guys were luckier than Leicester City.
Whoa. Okay, no.
Yeah.
What are you
Dude, look
talking
at,
about?
okay.
Look at your direct
Let's make
competitors.
we can make jokes about them or whatever, but look at all the injuries Arsenal had this year.
Yeah.
Like the team that was second place, like was decimated with injuries all year.
If we're gonna talk about
they
luck,
lost
City has
Odegaard.
had some lucky.
They lost
lucky
Odegaard for the first
win.
3 months of the season, then they lost Saka for the next 4 months,
And then they were donkeys and didn't buy anybody new. That's on them.
They a lot of it is self inflicted, but they also had a lot of injuries this year.
Yeah.
They didn't have Tomiyasu all year.
Even with a fully fit team, could that team win?
Possibly.
With
the way
they
they,
can make it more
I've started
interesting.
doubting them.
They can make it more interesting.
They made it to the semifinals in Champions League. That's
Yeah.
not easy.
Yeah.
I know, but they played against Real Madrid, who
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
we can argue. I think you guys didn't have someone like a second place
I
team
know.
that can actually pressure you
Yeah.
to.
And
keep
City
going.
can't do that next year either.
Oh no, we don't know about that. We'll
see
see.
about that.
I don't know. We may be winning 3-4 years in a row at this rate.
We'll see.
But you guys don't do that ever.
Maybe this is the time
Why? Why
because
would
you
this
guys
be
were the only competitors.
Huh?
You guys were our only competitors. If you weren't existing, we would have won 5 Premier Leagues in a row.
To be honest,
Imagine now that you guys are out. Arsenal is not going to take your spot.
Why would we be out? Why would it be?
You guys really think?
multi-year?
What you guys think you can bounce back?
Of course I do.
You think a summer will change this?
I think
Yes.
What will change in the summer to change? To change this team.
the team structure.
Get some new players.
We're gonna.
How
get
many
new
players do you need to fix what's going on?
I don't really think there's that many.
Is it
three,
individual performances?
Yes. Based on on that
I feel like
team.
I
yes.
feel like I sound like a broken record, but like these are human beings at the end of the day.
Yeah.
After this run that they've had, 4
They
in a
needed
row,
a season off.
4
You're gonna
in
say
a
that.
row. Yes, of course they need a season
Bro.
off. No, I'm not saying they need. Okay, I don't want to say they need a season off. I'm just saying it is reasonable to assume that at some point they're gonna like
Dip.
dip. Yeah,
But what? But
that's a
do
dip.
teams?
It's
Teams
like
that
buying a
usually
stock.
win we've
it's
seen
like
this
buying
in,
a stock, dude. Eventually
know.
it dips, but it goes back up.
But
again,
no,
bro.
if you look at Premier League history,
Yeah.
there's always like 4 years. I don't know, 4 years, 3 years where a team is dominating.
No, nobody's had 4 years like us, dude.
Manchester
Be nice.
United.
Be nice. Nobody's
Manchester
had 4
United
years.
before
They
you
never
guys.
won it.
Nobody's had 4 years
No,
like
no,
us.
okay, 3 years.
Yeah, they
won
had
it.
3 years in a
Yeah, 3
row.
years.
We had 4 years.
And then
in
Chelsea had, and
we had
then,
4 years in a row with a
Chelsea never
treble
won it
inside of
back-to-back.
it. Okay,
Or
come on now.
maybe they won it once back to back.
But my
yeah,
point is, it's blocks. You guys are now in a block, and now you're
Ours is
off.
like a decade-long block.
You're off the
by the way.
block.
Like a
Kalas.
decade.
I actually think it's not
We had a
just
Centurion season before that. Come on,
Yeah,
dude. Be nice.
I
No,
just
you
don't
guys
think
had
it's
great
just
nice.
the players.
Yeah.
I think it was also the manager in
Yeah.
vacation mode.
Yeah,
I blame Pep.
I'll
for
be
this
honest.
season.
De Bruyne is leaving.
Yeah.
That's a big loss.
Are we gonna
Don't
talk about
remind
his last game tomorrow?
Oh, yeah. What do you guys want to? We kind of shifted to City. Do you want to talk
his
about the
last game at
final?
home?
Kevin.
Do you want to talk about the final first of all, since we shifted?
My ginger angel.
Let's talk about the Crystal Palace
the
final.
FA Cup final. Is it
Sure.
worth talking?
Yeah, let's talk. Yeah, let's talk about it.
They scored a goal and then they defended the entire 90 minutes.
It was a good goal.
Yeah,
They're a good team.
but
One
again,
shot on target.
but again,
counterattack.
who is to blame for losing? It's Pep.
No, I don't.
You're putting all the blame on Pep.
You could.
Yes,
It
you're
felt like
playing-
one of those games where, dude, like we had so many shots on target, and
What-
the
what
goalkeeper
could he have done?
I
was
still
playing
don't
out of his
care.
mind.
He changed the formation. He played without a true like CDM, like we've been playing. Even like if you're filling the place for Rodri, like with Kovacic, Gundogan, or Nico Gonzalez, he decided, all right, I'm changing all this. We're starting like with a like random 3-4-3 like in build up. And like literally,
Have they played that position? That formation?
never.
before?
I don't think I've seen we played that formation all season. Probably not. And
In some like obscure Carabao Cup game, I'm sure he sampled it.
I'm sure he did,
yeah.
but I think there was a bit of overthinking.
It says 4-2-3-1 on football.
But what was on the field, like?
O'Reilly's a left
It
back.
never matters
Yeah.
what
Yeah, what was on the
Pep's
field? It
doing.
was never.
Akanji, what did Akanji go up to like CDM?
Yeah, well, the thing is with build up, like all what I was seeing, I think Guardiola predicted that Crystal Palace is gonna defend their hearts out. So he was like, okay, screw a CDM role, screw someone that can play as a CDM.
Makes sense.
And we're just gonna go a 3-4-3, which made us very vulnerable on the counter attack, and that's how we got scored on.
Yep.
And then we were never able to come back because we changed, like the players changed the shape.
But I disagree with you. The reason why I disagree with you is like we had so many shots on target. We got a penalty that we missed.
We got unlucky too. Yeah,
like, I think it felt
Henderson,
like one of those games where we're like, they are playing the way that they need to play to beat us, and it wasn't our day in terms of like luck.
I mean, you guys haven't been scoring a lot of goals recently. It's not like it was a surprise that you
But
guys
this
were
game
struggling.
could have easily been like 3-4 goals for Man City.
Yeah, Dean Henderson definitely played really good.
unbelievable. To be honest with
Yeah.
you, he was insane. And then on top, but you could make the argument that he shouldn't have been on the field because of the whole palming the ball out of the box.
What do
when
you
he was
think
outside
about
the
that,
box. So like, I thought we would. If
Do
we're
you
gonna blame,
think he should have
if we're
been on
gonna
the
blame
field, or
anyone
should-
for this game, that
I
ref
actually
should
don't
have
know what
been.
you guys were talking about.
Oh, you don't know about this?
Wait, what?
Do you remember
Did I miss
when
it?
Holland was like, he was receiving a ball and he's trying to tap it away from Dean Henderson to score?
Okay.
Dean Henderson palmed the ball when he was outside the box. He touched the ball. And it was, I remember during the game, the ref didn't do anything about it. They were complaining and everything like that. The commentators, I think they slipped up because
Okay.
after they resumed play, the commentator said VAR disagreed with the on-field decision.
Really?
And if I'm right, and he said those words, why do we have VAR at all now? Because isn't the point of VAR to fix errors that happen on the field? So if VAR disagreed with something that happened on the field, VAR is supposed to tell the dude, "Hey man, go check it out on the monitor. I think you
they
made a
usually-
mistake."
Only if it's a clear and obvious
and
error.
if the commentator is saying VAR didn't agree with the on-field decision, then that means they said, "Dude, go check it out," and they didn't do that.
Yeah, honestly,
That would have been a red card for the guy that was the man of the match.
would they give a red card to the keeper for making?
Yeah, because he's palming
yeah.
the ball outside the box. Yeah.
If he
I
touches
thought
the
there was
ball,
a-
He
I thought
touches
there
the
was
ball outside the box.
Yeah.
It's a red card. And it's a clear goal
It's a clear
scoring
goal,
opportunity.
I thought there
it's
was a
not
special rule for
It's
goal
not
keepers,
just.
but-
It's not
it's funny
just-
because they didn't show it in the highlights I watched. That's
yeah,
why I
it's
didn't
not-
know.
and it's
they
not-
do that all season.
They do, yeah. And so it's not just like, okay, their goalkeeper would have been out. We would have been able to score when they're down to 10 men. No, we know they would have parked the bus. It's the fact that the guy that was the man of the match, the best player on the field that day, would have gotten a red card and been out of the game.
That would have ruined the
We're
final,
probably-
man.
That's probably why they didn't do anything about it. And at the end of the day, I think we got hosed. I think we got screwed. I think all of that stuff. But it was really nice seeing Crystal Palace win a trophy.
It was.
I cannot say that.
Seeing a
No, man.
dude, seeing a non-Big Six
Crystal
club.
Palace in the Europa League is a big deal, man.
How long is it's
I
their
wanted
first
that
ever
trophy.
major
That's
trophy?
their first ever major trophy
how
in their
long is-
history.
Yeah, Crystal Palace was founded when?
I think he said like 100. Let me.
They're one of the oldest clubs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're a very old club.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah. So while you're looking that up, I'm just saying, like, dude, when you see the non-Big Six clubs win a trophy, it's special, man.
1905.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
But its origins can be traced back to 1861. I don't know what that means.
Origins, so they like, changed their name or maybe something like that. Anyway, 1861 is when it was originally founded.
That's crazy.
That's 160 years of history without a major trophy. So
Wow.
that's why I think,
Talk about loyal fans.
bro, that's why I
I'm a greedy Man City fan. I would have loved to
but
have that.
But
FA
Max,
Cup.
that's why
I got lost.
I think that was like
it
that was
wouldn't have meant anything, though.
that was one of Eze's last games for Crystal Palace because in my
don't know,
opinion, the way he celebrated, he like dropped on the ground and it was like about to come to tears or whatever. The reason why I think that was his last game is after winning this trophy, they can erect a Eze statue now for him.
No, dude, you are right,
Like,
but
he
I don't
yeah.
think I was. We were
And he
talking
scored
about
the
it.
goal.
He did, but
he scored the goal.
I
He's
think
the
it's
best
like
player
kind of like
scored the goal.
Mahrez when Mahrez won and they played. Let's just say he played in the Champions League. He could have won the Premier League. He could have just left, right? But he decided to stay. Conte left, right?
Yes.
Right after.
Yeah.
I feel like Eze will the same thing. He playing in Europa League with Crystal Palace. He's putting this team on his this is like
on his shoulders.
him.
Yeah.
I don't think he will leave until the year after, which is probably like not the best decision because he'll be 28 by then. Now he's going to be 27 next season. But I mean, I still think
There's been
he will
rumblings
play
of him
you
leaving for a while.
I mean, we could argue either way. Honestly, Declan Rice won a trophy with West Ham, and then he left. I don't know, like how
that was
true the
history for
rumors
them
are.
too. That was European history for them.
Yeah.
Do you think Eze carries a lot of like fans?
What's that?
You think Eze carries a lot of fans? I don't hear a lot of teams that want to go.
The only team I can think of is Chelsea.
Tottenham was linked to him, which again I don't know.
For him to go downgrade to Tottenham is a dumb thing.
Yeah.
But it's not just a downgrade. Like
But who else wants him? Nobody.
It's not just a downgrade of the position. It's an upgrade in pay. He's going to get paid a lot of money.
But I don't think
he's probably getting paid next to nothing.
He'd be an idiot to follow the money. I hope that he's definitely been offered that before.
He won a major trophy for a club that's never won a major trophy before, and I feel it's kind of like the Trent thing. It's like you've accomplished something that, like you have returned.
What if you win the Europa League?
Huh?
What if you win the Europa League? Imagine that.
It's very hard to do that.
I mean, if Tottenham can make it to the final and Manchester United can make it to the final, who knows what he can do. I don't know. My opinion is that wasn't his last game. I'm saying he's staying next season.
Let's say they won the Europa League. I think if you ask the everyday Crystal Palace fan, that FA Cup is going to mean more to them than the Europa League trophy.
Yeah, it's your first trophy.
It's your first major trophy.
Probably, yeah.
And the FA Cup, there's like British people because we have to also consider most, like 90+% of Crystal Palace fans are from England and from London.
So FA Cup is like
So FA Cup at Wembley, that's a big deal.
No,
for them,
100%.
You know? 100%. So that's always going to carry more weight, I think. So I don't know. To me, it's like if you want to go off on a high note, this is the year to do it, Eze. You know, and then go to
a side note.
Yeah.
If I was Liverpool, I'd be going for Daniel Munoz.
Yeah,
that guy is a freaking beast.
Well, I thought he didn't have a good season.
No, dude, he has like 10 assists or something. Like he's on fire.
But like I thought, he had a slow start at the beginning,
He's
and
been
then
unbelievable, bro.
recently he started to pick up.
No, I mean he's been like pretty consistent.
Okay, so
6 goals, 7 assists.
And then we have to give a shout out to the man. I forgot his name.
Oliver Glasner.
I don't know.
Oliver Glasner.
Oliver Glasner. Okay, in my opinion, Michael Olise was the best player in the team last year, and I thought he was better than Eze. So to me, it's like their best player goes to a new team and they win a major trophy the following year. That's very hard to do, dude.
He definitely managed that final to win it, not to like show off and try to beat. He didn't try to beat Man City. That's the thing, and that's how he won the final.
Yeah,
Man City were trying to beat him, like to beat Crystal Palace and show like that we're the bigger team. But
it was a frustrating game for you guys.
Yeah.
I saw it. Pep looked so pissed, like nothing was working.
Yeah,
that's the summary of your season, though.
It has, but I don't know. I feel like Pep failed to manage this team all season long in so many ways. But
he's not used to bringing in a bunch of new players mid-season like that and trying to figure things out.
Exactly. So
I give him the benefit of the doubt, but the only thing is I wanted them to win just because I wanted to see Kevin.
Which players are new that were in your starting lineup?
What's that?
Which new players were in your starting lineup?
Marmouche
and
O'Reilly. I would count that.
Savinho.
And I would count
Savinho
O'Reilly.
came on.
No, he started
in the summer or in the
he came. Yeah.
In the summer or in the?
Yes.
He came in the summer.
He was our only signing of the
and
summer.
I would consider O'Reilly as a new player too.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it was just him, and then O'Reilly I would consider as well because he's like from academy, never plays.
Yeah.
So I want to go back to my original question.
Yeah.
What other than Pep changing things? What can you guys change to fix that team next season? That gives you guys hope that you will actually finish in the top 3.
We definitely need a midfielder. I'm tired.
Foden is. I don't know what the hell's going on
with Foden.
I'm tired of all the rumors that were linked to another winger. Can't remember his name.
Who?
I just saw that we're linked to. Someone from the Premier League.
For me, it was I wanted. I would have been very happy.
I can't remember the name of it.
I would have been very happy this summer of getting Florian Wirtz, Jeremy Frimpong, which is already out, and Andrea Cambiaso from Juventus. Those are the 3 that I wanted.
We definitely
and obviously the goalkeeper that we said we're already getting.
Yeah, we definitely need a goalkeeper. I want to say either a left back or a right back, like either one.
O'Reilly, bro, looks so good though.
He's really good. That's why I'm saying. Like
O'Reilly,
maybe we can get a right back.
O'Reilly is forcing Pep to play Gvardiol where I always wanted him to play,
Which
which
is
is
center back?
left-footed center back.
Which I think it's a better option anyway for us.
Yeah, yeah.
But then because Gvardiol is so good up front.
Well, I mean, he's good up front in terms of like he gets headers, and he still has
No,
the
and his
opportunity to get
dribbling and his
His
shots.
dribbling is good. That's why I think he's better in that formation as a defender because he can help us in build up because we've struggled with build up anyway.
He can pick out
And we
long
always
passes.
play
Center back though.
Yeah,
I don't
we,
need
He's not gonna
we
make
always-
runs
we
like
always
that.
Bro, I don't need
struggle
him
in the
chasing
back.
wingers anymore. Okay, he's skillful. He's good.
He's slow, right?
A good chunk of the
Yeah.
season, he was our leading goal scorer. Like he did the best he could in the position that he was in. But I actually think we could see him being one of the better center backs in the league in the position that he's in now. So I'm looking forward to potentially seeing that next year.
But we definitely need like at least like 2 new midfielders, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know about the rumors of us linked to Morgan Gibbs-White.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. I think that's like a Grealish.
Inverts.
It's
Yeah.
like you getting a Jack Grealish. Like he's not gonna be a star.
Yeah.
Morgan Gibbs-White in Nottingham is different than a Morgan Gibbs-White in Man City.
You know why I don't like that fit at all? Because
I just
it's two completely polarized, like complete opposite styles of play. Like we
It's a
see
squad
him
player.
excelling in a system where they sit back, don't want possession at all, and then when they get possession, they counterattack and score on you with their wingers and whatnot.
Yeah.
So you want this guy to now move to a club where he is going to be expected to be on the ball a lot. That's going to be a big learning curve for that guy.
Yeah, because
I don't really want
Nottingham
to.
Forest, he chases the ball a lot.
Correct.
Now
So
he's
I don't, not really comfortable dealing with that learning curve. I'm not saying he wouldn't figure it out eventually, but I just don't want to. That's going to be a big adjustment for him. I don't want to see that.
Yeah,
Go get
I
Florian
feel.
Wirtz, pay the money, get Florian Wirtz.
Well, the good thing also we're getting Rodri back. We got Nico Gonzalez.
Oscar Bob.
Oscar Bob.
Forgot about him.
Oscar Bob
wait
is
to
gonna
see
be
this.
like another winger.
You guys need
Like,
new
he's
center
too
backs,
fluffy
man.
for me,
You have
bro.
the most injury-prone center backs in the whole league, bro.
Yeah,
Foden,
Akanji.
Stones, Ake, Akanji,
Yeah,
and I don't know what's up with your defense, but I see them play 2 games and then they get
Yeah.
injured.
yeah.
There are rumors that we're linked with that AC Milan guy, Tijani
Yeah, Reinders. Yeah.
Reinders. Yeah.
That's a
We were
center
linked
mid.
with him in
Yeah.
the January window, and then we got Nico Gonzalez instead. So I don't know why we'd be linked with this guy. They kind of played a similar role. I don't really see the point
Yeah.
of that.
It sounds like though you're getting a bunch of new players and you're going to need time for them to gel. So it doesn't sound like you're going to be in top 3 again next season. Because it's the same problem.
Have you
dreaming.
just met
Pep is going to have to
dreaming.
spend
Just-
time, right?
So
Have you
That's
just
what you
met
guys
Pep
said. Pep
Guardiola?
is going to have to spend
He
time.
doesn't know who Pep Guardiola is.
Yeah. Well, honestly, we're probably
No,
going
man,
over
this
time.
is the
We're
dip
probably
of
going.
Pep Guardiola, like Jose Mourinho. When
We're-
Jose Mourinho fell, this is
Please don't
Guardiola.
compare the two.
We're probably going
No,
over
that'd
time
be
on this topic,
disrespectful to
but
compare
let me
the
ask you a question. Do you think Liverpool got figured out in the last few weeks?
Got figured out?
Like the way you guys play by the Premier League teams.
No.
You tied with Arsenal. You lost to Brighton.
No, we
today.
just don't care. We literally don't care.
but-
We suck. We suck because we don't care.
Yeah.
If you watch the game, there's no motivation.
I haven't watched the game, but like Mohamed Salah looks like he doesn't care.
Nobody
He
cares.
wouldn't want to like try to.
What's the point? I mean,
He's chasing like personal records.
ideally, no. I mean, I
He
think
already signed his extension.
I think he
Yeah.
gave it so much work that he couldn't care. I don't think it has anything to do
know.
with teams finding out.
Well, that's the thing.
He's thinking about Mama's cushery back home and stuff. It's not, yeah.
You know, I mean,
They were in Dubai, bro.
I think you got like the way you had it this year is not going to be as easy next year because teams are going to be more prepared.
It's not going to be as
now.
easy
We
because
said that
we'll have more competition.
I said that
And-
your target, you got the target on your back now, and you're not going to get that lucky with injuries. Knock on wood. I'm not wishing on for injuries anyway, but you're not getting that lucky
I'm even
again.
more confident for next season because if we get the players that we're
Well,
going
that's
to get.
why I think you guys are handling this the right way. You got Jeremy Frimpong. If you get Kirkez, if you get a striker, and maybe
then we're
midfield, you're
set.
doing or a winger to replace Diaz. You're doing what needs to be done. If you are not
And
moving
we still have the
forward,
roots
you are moving backwards
in our team.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, I don't know. As a Liverpool fan, I think you guys are going to struggle to finish in the top 3.
It doesn't matter. Top 3.
I'm saying top 3. I definitely top 5.
We'll take top 4, top 5,
We're winning that league.
and we still go.
De Bruyne is a big loss. You guys haven't talked about him.
I'm so sad. I don't
Yeah, that's
know.
why-
Even though he was injured, it's a big loss in the squad
Oh, bro.
because that's a leader.
I haven't talked.
Ginger.
I haven't talked about it because I don't want to believe it
can't talk about
until now.
That's a leader. What if he comes to Liverpool?
Oh, he's not going to Liverpool. He's going to Napoli anyway.
Did you hear what he said? He said in the
I
interview, he
wanna
said,
play
I'm not
good
going to.
football.
He said, I'm not going to. No, but he also said, I'm not going to say no to Premier League. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not
of
going
course
to.
not.
Yeah.
Why would he? He shouldn't.
So he's going to play. He's going to play one of the big 6 teams.
We're the ones that are saying no to him. He's not saying no to us.
So what if he has 6 teams to choose from the
Well, he's not going to Tottenham or Man United.
So who is he? He's either going to go to Arsenal or
He's
Liverpool.
going to want to play in Champions League football next
So
year.
he's either going to Arsenal or Liverpool. He's not going to go to Newcastle.
I heard he's signing with Napoli already.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's going to be announced very soon.
I don't know. I can see him in Liverpool, bro.
Napoli is winning the league and they're playing Champions League next year.
Oh, okay.
And they are in a better form.
Imagine him in Liverpool, like when we took Milner.
I'm not going to
Milner.
imagine
He
that
played
because
for Milner.
I cannot even believe he's leaving. Until that moment, I cannot just think of
Why would
our
you guys
team playing without Kevin De Bruyne next year. Even like if he didn't play as many games this year, even if he was like he's coming off the bench for many times. But,
yeah. You know, dude, like when Yaya is my favorite player. He's like a big reason why I'm a Man City fan. But when Yaya was on his way out, I had Kevin. It was a more tolerable wound.
Yeah.
Okay, because I had Kevin there. But now Kevin's going, and I don't. Where's my new Kevin?
And even though you said he got injured, like you said, Amir,
My new Kevin, Amir, was supposed to be Philip Foden.
Yeah, I'm
okay,
close.
but he's been disappointing.
This guy is.
The downfall of Foden this
guy
year
has.
been,
I don't know what happened.
surprising. Yeah.
You're getting.
Tomorrow is going to remind me of the day Aguero played his last game.
Yeah,
I don't even remember that.
It was a very sad day.
It was sad. And I wasn't the biggest Aguero guy.
And then he
He's
retired a year later.
But even it was sad
I'm
for
a
me.
bigger Aguero guy,
Yeah.
for sure.
Because of the memory of the game.
And, like, I love
the
Aguero.
goals,
yeah.
I
Yeah,
just loved Aguero.
Yeah.
Like, the way he scored, then he finished games. But
Everybody has their flavors, Max, okay? Yeah. You know? Like all the people at church, they're all Sloth fans. You might prefer somebody else.
I like Dzeko.
All right.
Dzeko in Man City was a good one.
Dzeko, yeah.
Who was the other guy? You guys had another tall guy that was, like, slow.
Tall, slow guy.
can't remember.
He was a striker as well?
Yeah, like, it was what's the Spanish coach that you got, or Portuguese coach?
Pellegrini?
Pellegrini. Who was your
He was
striker?
Argentinian.
Who was your main striker?
Oh, are you
Aguero.
talking about Negredo?
Negredo.
That was like a 1-year thing.
No.
I had to look. I don't know. I just remember you guys were always slow as hell, like with the striker, but he always got so many goals. It might have been Dzeko.
I think you're
was
talking about
him.
Dzeko.
Adam
Yeah,
Dzeko.
he's like a sloth.
Yeah, because we had Balotelli, we had Tevez.
Oh, Balotelli and
Yeah.
Oh, I am. Well, you guys, end of an era with De Bruyne. We got to give I have to take our cap off for him. I guess we'll leave it till next week.
Yeah, I think we should cover.
This was the last home game, though, right?
His last home game is tomorrow. Yeah,
Oh, it's
but then
tomorrow.
we're gonna have an away game against Fulham, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see how it's gonna happen. But what do you guys think of Champions League spots? So we know Liverpool, Arsenal secured their spot now. So Man City, if they win tomorrow, they secure a third place.
68.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be in third place,
Yep.
which
Wait,
I think
what? You don't
Arsenal beating Newcastle has worked in our favor.
It's not secured if
sure.
you. Oh, you.
We just like if we win all of our games, we're in third place.
Oh,
Like
gotcha.
if we won the last two games. So
Well, Nottingham is out. Carlos. I mean, they.
Yeah, they really fell off. They fell off, bro.
how about that,
You called it. You called it.
Called it,
guys?
bro.
Like, oh my
I'm very disappointed in that team.
I mean, I can.
I was like looking at the table, like,
cannot
dude, just
celebrate.
win this game and you're in. Just win
I'm
this
so
game and you're in.
disappointed
Just
in
win
how
this
many
game and
games
you're in.
they
They
lost.
kept dropping points left
they
and right.
just can. It will never happen.
Couldn't sustain it, man.
Yeah.
3 losses in a row and 2 draws was really
That killed me.
Zebeda.
What about? Did you guys see that moment when the owner
I saw that, but I
came
Green
on
guy?
Yeah.
came on the field and actually yelled at
Wait.
Nuno Santos?
it was
Wow.
I saw that, but Nuno Santos said after that it was. I mean, he might have been just
Dude,
BS.
that's like
I think he.
He was saying it was because one of the players came out because he was like injured, and then we put him back in because they said the physio said he's okay. But so this was like the 80th minute, so like they had an injured player play for 10 minutes because the player didn't really communicate, and the physio said he's okay.
They should have addressed that behind closed doors anyway.
I know, and then after that,
But it
people
looked
were
like the
saying-
guy came on the field and yelled at the
Yeah, it was
manager.
on camera. Actually.
Well, it was all emotional. He
bro.
probably was like, "What
Yeah.
the hell, bro? We
That's
just
like
lost."
Ted Lasso from Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
It's like the
Oh
same
yeah, that
thing.
is true.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that he's pissed off, but at the same time, this is Nottingham Forest, and you're still in Europe.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they're still going to play in the Conference League.
Are they seventh?
But that's
Seventh is I don't know what's Conference League.
Are they securing seventh place?
but that
Yes, they're 7 points ahead of Brighton.
big difference.
I mean,
dude.
they had
You
a
gotta
great.
go to, like,
Don't get me wrong. They had a
They're
great.
you gotta go to like
season.
Kazakhstan. And
They're
stuff,
only
dude.
1 point behind third place. Still, it's not over yet. They're on 65, and the rest of the teams are 66.
How
You
many
guys,
games?
if you
but
win,
it's 1 game left, right?
1 game. So
Yeah.
if any of those 3 teams drop points, including you guys, if any of the 4 teams above them drop and they win, they could easily slide into Europa League. I mean,
Okay.
just saying it's not over,
All
but
right.
it is disappointing.
But I think Chelsea and Newcastle are more prepared.
Newcastle 100% are
Yeah.
in the Champions League. Is it only the top 5 spots?
top 5. Yeah.
Aston
Chelsea got
Villa?
lucky. They got to play Man United.
I think Aston Villa is going to drop out.
That must have been the most like anticlimactic Big Six.
Oh my
head-to-head
gosh.
Between Chelsea and Man United
Chelsea's playing Nottingham Forest.
on the
gonna
last
be-
game of the season.
The last game.
That's literally the decider, dude.
That's it right there.
I can imagine Nottingham Forest. The scenes.
So good.
If they win,
I love that.
oh, that'd be fantastic. I
Hilarious.
hate Chelsea. Chelsea deserve to be in the Conference League for the rest
He's
of
got
their.
a soft spot for them.
For who?
Chelsea.
Oh no.
You do because that's where De Bruyne started.
Because of Enzo Maresca.
I mean, that's where's the last start.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's because of Maresca. He's got a soft spot for
Ah,
him.
yeah, yeah.
He
Assistant
likes
coach.
Maresca.
Yeah.
They were good at the beginning of the season. But I don't know what happened. I'm just thinking about Man City's last 2 games because Bournemouth and Fulham, they're not easy.
Not gonna be.
But hopefully they don't have enough. They don't have.
How
a
do
lot
you guys
of-
come
I think
back
Bournemouth's
after the
gonna be
loss?
easy.
Yeah.
How do you come back after an FA
I
Cup
have
loss?
to be honest. I think Bournemouth's going to be easy because the guy just went to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Like
And-
announced it before the season
Who went to
ended
Real Madrid?
with the jersey. Dean Huijsen.
Hoyson.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. He's Spanish. Can you believe that?
I thought he's Dutch.
He's half.
Oh,
He switched allegiance.
okay.
He already played 3 senior caps for Spain. I had no idea. This
Me
guy
neither.
doesn't look.
Huijsen?
Dean? Have you ever heard of a Spanish guy named Dean, bro?
Huijsen, that's Spanish. That like reminds me of wasn't there like on the German team? There was like a Garcia or something. It was like so weird.
There's some.
There was like
yeah,
a
yeah.
Spanish named
Yeah.
Yes,
German
yes.
guy. Who
Yeah.
was that?
No, I remember him. Maybe he was like from
Garcia,
2014.
I mean,
Santos.
you got Emerick Laporte in Spain.
Laporte. Yeah, no, but there was a German guy with a Spanish name. It was so weird. to
Javi
me.
Garcias. Isn't that
Was
his
it?
name?
Was it like Garcia or something?
Yeah, I remember.
In this world, like you can
Yeah,
see
of
all
course.
kinds.
Yeah,
You got Jamal Musiala. Jamal.
yeah.
Lamine
Yeah.
Yamal.
Lamine Yamal. That's another one. Yeah.
Yeah, but the only thing that's making me not feel like these games are going to be hard because Fulham and Bournemouth, there's nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
So like they're set like
Right.
in their spots. And,
Yeah.
But Fulham just.
Sorry, I'm sorry to go back to the guy's name, Lamine Yamal. His name is Right Beauty, right?
No, he.
What is
Lamine
what is right in Arabic?
his true name is Amin
Uh huh.
Jamal.
Oh,
So
Jamal means beauty though.
Amin means like the honest, like or like.
But Jamal's
the
root is
keeper.
beauty,
honor
right?
Beauty?
The beautiful keeper.
Gamal,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The beautiful keeper. I don't
the
know,
beautiful
like-
keeper.
I don't know.
That's his name?
Or a beautiful.
I think it's Right Beauty. That's what I think.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
Sorry, that was a
going with
little off topic.
I'm going with Newcastle. Definitely. I feel like
Let's go in order.
obviously
So
Liverpool, Arsenal,
Max, you start top 5.
Liverpool
Actually, should we go? Sorry, top 7.
top 7.
Wait, isn't that Conference League spot?
Wait, so 5 is Champions League, but does Europa only have 1 spot now or 2?
We're gonna have to because
Whoever drops out from the
and
group
Crystal
stage.
Palace is already part of it.
So they're the one team, and so 6th place is the other.
How many
team.
teams go to Europa League? Because one team, the teams that lose in the Champions League, don't they drop down to Europa?
It used to be top
that not
4
anymore?
Champions League, 5 and 6 Europa, 7th Conference.
Yeah, but now
That's what
that
it used to
5th place is going to Champions
Champions
League.
League. So does Europa lose a spot then?
I got.
So it's only 6th place.
I don't remember. I thought that
I thought that got replaced with the FA Cup.
maybe you're right,
Maybe
but only 2 teams. That doesn't make sense. Only 2 teams from Europa League.
we've always seen
Well,
two
5.
teams.
I mean 5.
No,
Well,
but then
their-
some teams come from the Champions League when they drop down. Do you know what I mean?
I know we always
apologies
had,
like
to our
the third-
listeners for us not knowing.
The third place, the third place spot in the old system. The third place
Oh, they play
out of the
playoffs.
group table.
They
Yeah.
they play playoffs, and if they don't win,
Yes.
Yeah, but
I don't know what the new
about-
system is.
There are too many changes now, but
Let's just stick with what we know. So the two teams, Crystal Palace and I'm going to need a minute then if anybody's ready with
so
their
we're
list.
going top 7, top 6, top 7.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you have a list?
how I think the top 7 is going to finish.
It's only one game, so it's
I think it's going to be number 1 Liverpool. Oh man, whoa. Number 2 Arsenal. Number 3 Man City. Number 4 Newcastle. Number 5 Chelsea. Who's left then? Who's left?
So you got Aston Villa, you got Nottingham Forest.
Aston Villa and then Nottingham Forest, like in that order. So I think
Okay.
that's the order it is now, isn't it?
So Aston Villa, they're
you
gonna
pretty
play
much did
Europa
the same.
League,
Yeah.
which is a downgrade from the last
Yeah.
year. And Nottingham Forest, they're finally gonna get a spot, but in the Conference League.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go next.
you guys are
I'm
going
gonna
to
say Liverpool, Arsenal, City, finishing third. I'm gonna say actually Newcastle and Aston Villa in Champions League,
Okay.
and then Chelsea are playing Europa League, in Nottingham Forest. And
Hey, that's an improvement for Chelsea.
yeah,
All right, I'm going to be completely different. Liverpool, Arsenal, Newcastle.
he's
I'm
gonna
keeping
put City in 7th.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say
all right.
We must really live rent free in Liverpool heads, man.
Aston Villa 4th, Manchester City 5th, Nottingham Forest 6th, Chelsea 7th.
Oh, so you have us in Champions League.
I have
That's
you
nice.
sliding in
fifth.
5th.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
Champions
and
League.
I have Nottingham Forest getting the upset against Chelsea.
That'd be sick.
Yeah,
I'd love that.
but
Again,
But
like seeing
I'm confident that Aston Villa will get in Champions League. At least I feel like
They are a
this
much
is their
prepared
moment
team.
to shine.
yeah,
And they're not going to let it slip against who are they playing? Manchester United. And Manchester United, would that be after the
that would be after the.
So if
Europa
they
League
win
final.
or lose, they will either be really crappy or really don't care.
yeah,
Sucks.
So I mean, that's a great team to play right now.
but it's gonna be the first time that we actually see 6 Premier League teams playing in Champions League because Manchester United and Tottenham
Oh,
playing
good
the
points.
final. The whoever is winning, they're gonna qualify
That's
for
the
the
most
Champions League.
undeserved Champions League spot. Allah.
Between 16th and
pretty major
17th
trophy.
place, Manchester United and Spurs.
Okay, can we do a prediction of this, or are we?
I'm down. We
You
can
guys
preview
wanna-
that game.
Should we take a quick break?
Let's take a quick break.
All right.
Take a quick break and come back and preview the Europa final. All right. We're back. And I'm looking at this game right now. I'm looking at the injuries between Tottenham and Man United. I don't like what I see here, boys. I don't like it at all.
Scarlett, Kulusevski,
You got
Madison.
Kulusevski out with a knee injury, Madison out with a knee, Bergvall out with an ankle. That's their whole midfield.
Do you want to remind
Wow.
the fans why are you such a Tottenham fan this year?
Because my hot take at the beginning of the season in one of our first episodes was Tottenham is
We'll
going to
win
win
a
a trophy and finish top 4.
We laughed.
it
at-
all-
Obviously, half
it
of
all
that is
comes
wrong.
to that.
Obviously, half of that is wrong. But I need
But
this
they will
team
still
to win
end
a
in a
freaking
Champions League
trophy.
spot if they win.
And at the same time, it's against like the team I hate the most.
Yeah.
There would be, but look at this, dude. They got no midfield. And then here's another thing. Let me show you this, guys. Here's how you know Man United's going to win this game. Because look at the last few games between Tottenham and Man United. Tottenham, February 16th, 1-0. December 19th, 4-3 in the Carabao Cup. They won 4-3. Before that, 3-0 Tottenham. Before that, 2-2. Before that, 2-0 Tottenham. Before that, 2-2. And then before that, you have to go back to 2022, the last time Man United beat Tottenham.
Fred got a
2-0.
goal.
So that just means that this is the game Man United's going to decide
Yeah.
to be good for one game and beat them.
Unfortunately,
sad.
Sir Harry Lord Maguire is going to take this team to European glory.
Something about Manchester United and big occasions. I think they live it up.
Yeah, but they've never had a manager this garbage.
I know,
The
but
one thing that I'm like feather in my cap is this might be the worst manager I've ever seen them have.
Neither did Spurs.
True, yeah. That's true too,
I
yeah.
don't think Spurs is going to show up. I'm going with Manchester United with a 1-0.
Let me look at Man United's injuries.
A
I
1-0.
think it's going to be an open game.
Really?
Europa League final always seem to be like an open game.
They do.
There are a lot of goals, and they usually take it to extra time and then finish it in penalties.
You know what? Tottenham's winning this, and we're going to see a brace from Son. A brace.
Son hasn't
Yeah.
even showed up to
Yes.
practice.
I forgot he plays for Spurs. Yeah.
Yes, this is the game. He's going to rise to the occasion. He's
Okay.
putting South Korea and Tottenham on his back.
On his back.
Yeah, that's right. 2-0.
Postecoglou needs it. I'll tell you
He
that.
needs it. Actually, there's no 2-0. I'm sorry. 2-1.
2-1.
Tottenham.
2-1.
Yeah.
Okay.
2-1 Tottenham. They don't get clean sheets.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm feeling Man U in that game.
If you guys told me to bet money, I'm betting on a Man U. But if you're saying like, what do you want to see happen?
Yeah.
2-1 Tottenham. Yeah.
I don't want to see neither winning anything. That's
You guys don't want to see Tottenham win a trophy?
no. Okay.
I'm okay with either one.
You
I
guys are
don't care.
buried. Ewi.
I don't know.
Buried.
bro.
Jid.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine if they win.
Okay,
I would prefer them to win because Manchester United will talk so much crap.
You'd like to see
But
Man
I don't
United
think it's
win a
gonna
Europa?
Neither.
Yeah.
I don't want to see neither.
It's worse to have Manchester United win.
Much
I know.
worse.
You'd be like, look at us, we're back.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Remember
shut
they
up.
won the
You're
FA
not
Cup? How
back in-
gross they were that year. They're like, we're back. They're just, like now they can figure. And remember, I was actually happy about it. Remember because but that was like they're going to keep Ten Hag for a while now. And Ten Hag ended up actually being compared to this guy a much better manager. I think like much better.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I don't have a preference this year. I think Man U are more prepared to win this trophy than Spurs in that
Yeah.
state and that time.
so you don't have a preference, but if you had to bet money, Man U.
Probably.
Okay.
Me too. Yeah, I
Max?
bet money on. Yeah, I bet money on Manchester United winning 1-0.
But what do you want to see happen?
I'd love to see Spurs winning.
Yeah.
You know
he's
what?
got a
I'm
heart.
gonna. I'm
Because
gonna actually.
I feel bad.
I'm gonna go buy a heart from
Yes.
like the next
There you go.
the nearest grocery store.
Bro,
I would love to see.
You lost
Spurs
your heart
win.
when you
Well,
stopped
okay,
supporting
you know
Nottingham
how
Forest.
much- you guys know how much it would. You know how much it would irk Arsenal fans that Tottenham gets European glory before them the season they've had.
That'd be so
right.
fun.
I just
right,
want to go and hang out with George Gerges and Matt Said for
Yeah.
just be around them. Let's do
All
it,
right.
dude.
You know, I'm gonna go. Maybe Spurs can win it.
Yeah.
And that will be the year we see Crystal Palace, Newcastle, and Spurs winning
Oh
trophies.
my goodness! Ending very long droughts.
Yeah.
That would be so wonderful.
Crystal Palace, Spurs, and who?
And Newcastle.
Newcastle, they won't care about Cup.
Did they? Oh, they won.
Oh, against
Okay,
who?
all right, dude. All right.
Oh yeah. Oh, wait, so you already forgot.
Yeah. Remember he was talking quadruple before that? We're going to win the quadruple this
Who
year.
did they play in the final? That must have sucked.
Yeah. Literally,
I don't even remember, bro. I don't even.
Because you thought you
Premier
could be-
League is what
you
matters.
thought you guys could be like Manchester City and win a treble.
Listen,
And Newcastle
I
said,
cannot
nah,
be getting beef from Manchester City fans right now.
Oh, you,
Nah.
I can't be getting
You'll
this
get
from
beef
you guys.
forever, dude. You'll get beef
You guys
forever.
are gonna finish in
No
a
4 in a
fifth
row.
in the last Champions League
No
spot.
4 in a row, no treble, no Centurion season.
Who won the Premier League
Huh?
this year?
Yeah, but
That's
like by
what
default.
matters.
But like by default.
That's what
You
matters.
had no injuries.
You guys are scraping to get a Europe spot right now.
oh, we just need 2 wins.
Oh, all we have to do is beat Bournemouth.
That's not easy to get
Wait,
nowadays.
so
with
you're
you guys.
saying, you're saying all we have to do is beat a Bournemouth team that just lost their best player and then beat Fulham? Barbecue chicken.
What-
Well, anyway, how do you guys think that game is gonna play?
The Tottenham Man U game?
I think Tottenham will do their usual thing of attacking.
Like,
and,
who's gonna be more proactive to try to score the first goal?
Tottenham?
I think Tottenham, and Man United is just going to wait for them to make a mistake and then punish them.
And then the problem is once they concede, I don't think Tottenham has the spirit, and we've seen that where they can respond. After the floodgates open, Manchester United will dominate possession and all that.
Yeah.
They may get a second goal. Tottenham will get a late 80th minute goal, and they'll be like, "Oh, maybe there's a chance."
I feel like that's how it's gonna play because I think it's gonna come down to the manager's like motivation. Like I feel like probably Ruben Amorim is more motivated to win this trophy to try
You
to
think
prove
so?
something.
Yeah, to
than
try to prove something.
Postecoglou, because Postecoglou like has been with this club for I don't know how long,
Couple
but it
years.
would be like Ruben's first trophy during his first year taking this club.
But
you know?
Postecoglou was the guy that in the beginning of the season said, I always win a trophy in my
our
second
second
year with the
year.
team.
I know, but he's like I don't know. I feel like he already lost like.
Are you saying that because you think no matter what happens in this game, he's going to get sacked?
I have a feeling, yeah.
I agree with that. I think
Yeah.
even if they win it, he's going to get sacked.
There has always like been a trend about
You can't have a
Spurs,
season
like,
this bad.
sacking.
Does Amarin get sacked too?
Emirates, yeah, he should.
No, he's not gonna get.
They're going to be more
Really?
patient with him.
Well, I think he
They're in
probably
fifth-
should.
What are they
I
in
know,
16th
but
place?
They suck.
He came mid-year, so I don't know if you could expect.
When he came mid-year, they were like 8th place. He made them worse.
I don't think. I
think
see
both-
it
You
happening.
said you saw him in person. How
I
bad?
know he's. I honestly, the way he plays is terrible. But
I think both of them get fired.
I don't think Amorim is gonna get fired, but
if-
Postecoglou already feels the pressure that he's gonna get fired. So
I think the one thing that could keep Ruben Amorim another year is if they actually
You
do
hope for
secure.
that. You're evil.
Yeah, I do hope for that.
You're an evil man.
Yeah.
I feel like you're creating these wishes for Manchester United, and there's
they
the
can get
soccer gods are just giving it to you. They're
so
like,
they
okay,
can relegate next
Yeah.
year. You can.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys. It's not just a manager problem. It's like top down. This team is in shambles.
Yeah.
Dude, Ronaldo said it. He's like, dude, I thought, I came here like 15 years ago, and I am using the same equipment. Like, they are financially in trouble. They are going to have PSR on their butts this upcoming year, by the way. Okay, so they can't really spend a lot of money. I don't know how they're going to get
unless
Gyökeres.
they win the Europa League and they qualify to Champions League. That's money both.
So
ways.
that's what I'm saying. Is
how
I
would they
think
qualify for Champions League?
by
Because
winning
if they won
Europa.
League.
Oh, yeah.
But my thing is, I think the one thing that will save Ruben's butt is if they get Gyökeres. I think they'll be like, all right, we got his star striker.
But he's only going to come if they win Champions League, right? Or if they go to
Europa?
Champions League.
Well, at this point, I don't know.
If you're him, honestly, dude, do you really want to go to a team that just finished 16th or whatever, and they're not in Champions League football next year? If you're him, you might make a shock move and go to. If I'm him, I'd go to Liverpool instead.
I don't want him.
You
They'd
don't
probably go to
want
Arsenal.
Gyökeres.
Arsenal probably.
Or
take
Arsenal,
him.
yeah. Either one. I prefer either of those over Man United. Man United's like, and they're in the dumps.
He
Dude.
doesn't fit our system. I don't know. I don't see him as a Liverpool player. Like the
What
way
do you mean? A striker that score goals doesn't fit your system?
it's just like I don't know. Like sometimes you see a player and he's like, that's like a Liverpool. I don't see him.
I have
He's
to
not.
be
He's not a
honest.
City player either. He couldn't fit
I
in
have
the
to be
City
honest.
team.
I haven't watched that many games, but I saw the game against us, and he took a dump on us. And I feel like Liverpool would want a guy that already has a
The
record
dump
of
experience?
dumping on City,
Yeah.
because we live rent free in your heads.
Who hasn't taken a dump on us though this year?
Exactly. You took the words out of my mouth.
Mbappe scored a hat trick.
But that's Mbappe, though.
and Gyökeres.
Gyökeres, like,
Isaac
really-
destroyed. No,
I don't think so,
We
no.
beat Newcastle.
Yeah.
Back to back. Yeah.
Gyökeres really took a dump on us. I don't know, man. I think
Maybe
in
we
terms of individual players, who can you think of off the top of your head that really like took it to us? Like we had no answer for him. He's one of the few this year. Like we've been bad against teams, but not against like individual players like dominating us like that.
Yeah. I don't know.
I can't really think of that many other that stand out.
Honestly, our defense was like in shambles all year. So
Yeah.
we looked very.
might not be
When
individual.
we played PSG in that game, it wasn't just like one guy. They all like Desiree Doué ran circles around us. Dembele ran like it was just the whole team.
Yeah,
their
everyone was just doing whatever they wanted.
But that Sporting Lisbon game, it didn't feel like the team dominated us. It just felt like one guy to me.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think I like to see him in the Premier League. See how he does, wherever that may be.
I agree.
Yeah.
But back to that game, I think
Yeah.
unfortunately Man U is gonna win.
Gross. You got a score?
Yeah.
we.
I don't know.
I mean, I kind of liked your 2-1, but I still want to go with a 1-0.
No,
Okay.
no,
But I
a
said
2-1
2-1 Tottenham.
Oh,
I said 2-1 Tottenham.
I wouldn't be surprised with 2-1 Manchester United, or
Okay.
it'll be a 1-goal difference. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
All right, Christian, I'm gonna do this for you.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna say 2-2.
Oh.
They're gonna go to penalties,
That's very realistic.
and Vicario's gonna rise up, and Tottenham are gonna win.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a big thing.
I don't know. I can
Onana.
Getting Onana in penalties would be sick, actually.
Yeah, Vicario's better than Onana.
Yeah.
Shot stopper.
Right?
I think so. Yeah.
Is he? Yeah.
The only
Vicario hasn't started the past few games. You know that. He's been
really?
benched.
Yeah. But the only thing he's not
For the other
he's not
guy.
getting benched for this game.
But it's not because of an injury. He's
they're not
just been
putting
benched
Kinski.
because he's not good.
They're not putting Kinski in this game, dude.
Yeah, they
No
put
shot they're putting Kinski.
Is his name Kinski?
Yeah, Kinski.
I thought since Vicario came back,
No.
No, not in the last game. He wasn't there. I think Vicario is going to play this game. The only problem with the
Why would you
Vicario is set
bench
piece.
your starting player for final?
and the better keeper.
That's going to lower his confidence, right?
Whose confidence?
Vicario. He got benched for a Premier League game. His confidence, caca. He's going to get stuck in a final the next game?
You can't play Kinski in that final, dude.
I'm just
Kinski,
saying.
I guarantee.
That's a statement.
If Kinski starts that game, I guarantee he's going to make a mistake.
Yeah, it's a big game
because we
for
talked
him.
about it before. Like they want to play out the back and like kind of have possession, and Kinski's not comfortable on the ball.
Postecoglou is the kind of guy that I wouldn't be surprised if he makes decision like that. Like he's been benching
Kinski?
Madison, like doing
See,
some.
that's what I'm talking about.
got-
He
He's
does
not
some
ready.
stupid, he does
to win
some
a
stupid
trophy.
things
Yeah.
that I don't know.
You made me change my. That's okay. I'll
I'm just
keep it. I'm
banking
gonna
on
keep it.
Sun rising to the
I'm gonna
occasion.
keep it.
You know?
I'm gonna
If
keep it like that.
Solanke is gonna get a goal, that would be a good one.
Solanski's been in a drought recently.
Did he get a goal recently? No.
No.
Well,
All right.
do we want to talk about the Chelsea real quick? Chelsea, or do we want to keep that for the next week?
Chelsea's
Chelsea's the Conference League
Yeah, maybe we can keep
against Real Betis. Yeah, okay.
next.
I'm hoping for Anthony gets the goal.
You guys wanna talk about
Can you believe Anthony winning the Conference League?
Well, let's
Player of the year.
predict the last
Let's do it.
last game week of the Sunday, May 25th.
Oh,
Are we including a prediction for City Bournemouth though?
Let's do it. Yeah, why not? Just
Yeah.
throw it in there. You guys,
throw us a bone, huh?
yeah, why
Well, if we
not?
do City Bournemouth, we got to do Crystal Palace Wolves as well.
Crystal Palace Wolves. Crystal Palace 2-0.
They're gonna win 2-1.
2-1. Wolves have been like.
I'm
struggling
going to
to score.
say, I'm going to flip that actually. I think 2-1 Wolves just because
There's still
Crystal Palace.
celebration.
Yeah, they might be hungover still. You know, that's the only thing. Normally, I would agree with that, but I'm just going to go with the human part of you just won a trophy first
Yeah.
time in your history. You might be hungover, like we were in that FA Cup final.
for sure.
All right, and
Okay.
then Man City, Bournemouth. I think we're going to win comfortably.
Whoa.
Yeah, 3-0.
That was my prediction.
Yeah,
Are you guys
3-0.
crazy?
No.
All right.
They just
Bournemouth is
lost
out
their
of
best
form,
player,
Wolves.
and they don't really have anything to play for, and we need it. So, yeah,
They need a
3-0.
break. Yeah, 3-1.
Okay. I'll go 2-1 Man City.
No,
Oh,
thanks.
convinced them.
Thank
All right.
But I
was
I
easy.
go with a 1-1 against Fulham. And that's why you guys dropped to fifth.
All right.
Maybe I skipped around. That's the next game. But yeah,
deal.
okay. Let's
Yeah,
go
I
in
guess
order.
All right.
predict the Fulham game. All right.
Sunday, May 25th, Bournemouth versus Leicester.
Jamie Vardy already played his last game, so
And he scored in that game, too.
Khalas, he's done.
Wait, who's going?
Oh, yeah.
I go?
ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
This is a horrible game. I say Leicester City 1-0.
Wow, on the road, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I would say 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah, could be a 0-0, honestly. There's literally no reason for either team to show up.
I think Bournemouth will win 2-1. I think they'll end. They're home fans. They'll win for the. Yeah. Fulham versus Manchester City. I'm going to give us a thrilling 2-1 victory in stoppage time.
De Bruyne! One more short pull.
I wouldn't want to have that pressure, man. We win comfortably 2-0.
2-0, okay.
1-1.
1-1.
You guys drop out of something.
Wait, but you predicted we'd be in Champions League.
Yeah, you'll be in
Fifth
fifth.
All right. All right, then we got Ipswich versus West Ham. Last game for the Tractor Boys in the Premier League.
All right.
Oh, that's sad.
You go, Max.
West Ham wins this. I say 2-1. Hopefully, Delap gets one more goal.
Ipswich for 2-1.
Yeah, I'm with that too.
Really?
Last game in front of the fans before they drop down. They'll get up for that game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to go 3-1.
3-1?
Yeah, 3-1.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, then we got Liverpool against Crystal Palace.
That's a
Crystal
horrible.
Palace won't be hungover anymore, and they really won't. It's like two teams that really don't care.
We're both hungover. Honestly.
Yeah, they're both gonna be hungover.
We're on like a 4-game hangover.
It's gonna be a gross game. That's probably a tie. I don't know.
Really?
1-1. I don't know.
I'm gonna say 4-0 Liverpool.
Really?
They gotta
4-0.
celebrate. They gotta celebrate with the fans. They gotta show them something.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
good point.
You know what? Can I change my pick then? You mind?
Yeah.
3-1
3-1.
Liverpool.
Yeah, I'll go 3-1 as well. Actually,
All right. Then we got Man United versus Aston Villa.
it's a big game for Villa,
Yeah.
But they got to go up to Manchester for this one.
who probably doesn't even care because they could have potentially just won the Europa League.
At this
I'm
point.
going Villa wins.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to hijack it, but I'm going Villa win
Is Rashford going to be back for this game?
2-0.
Or he probably has a clause where you can't play, right?
Is he on loan?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he probably cannot play against.
I go Villa
this one.
2-0.
Villa 2-0. What do you think?
1-1.
Tie?
That's how Villa drops to
Drops to Europa.
I like the 2-0, to be honest. The only guy I could see potentially threatening for a goal is Ahmad, and he's been off since he's been back from injury.
Yeah.
So, all right, then we got Newcastle hosting Everton. Everton already played their last match at Goodison Park.
Yeah, that's sad. Wait, so we're this is
every single year I'm watching an Everton game at the end of the year, and the fans are in tears. It's either because they prevented themselves
Lampard's fault, bro. It's all
they just
Lampard's
barely
fault.
avoided relegation. Their last games of the year, especially at Goodison Park, are must-see TV, bro. Must-see TV. But they're going to go up to St. James Park. I think they're going to get dominated, honestly.
Yeah.
I think they're going to get destroyed. I think 3-0.
Yeah, Newcastle is showing no mercy.
Yeah.
3-1.
3-1.
2-0.
2-0. All right. This is probably going to be the best game, right? Because we got
It's either the
Nottingham
worst or best.
Forest versus Chelsea. I'm predicting this should be the best game.
It's going to be a low-scoring game. That's all I'm
I
saying.
think it'll be low scoring. Nottingham. Oh, I'm sorry. You go first. My bad.
Me? Oh. You know what? I'm going to go... I want to go with Forest, even if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Forest wins 1-0.
Heck yeah, dude. Be sick.
I don't know. I think I'm going to go with a tie, actually. 2-2.
Neither team can afford a tie, though.
I know.
They're going to go all
They're
out.
going to try, but
No, I feel like both teams will go all out if it's 1-1 because there's no point.
Equal forces.
Maybe.
Are you asking me what I want to see happen or what I think will happen?
It's up to you.
But you want to see the fans on the field, the Forest fans on the field.
I want to see them win.
I want to see the Greek guy running with
Yeah.
Never mind,
with the
Kissing.
I really want to see that, but if you asked me to bet money, I'd go with a Chelsea win here, to be honest with you. Forest is just in really poor form. But you know what? I want to see them do it, man. So let's just go 3-2 Nottingham Forest.
Nice.
They haven't scored any goals recently, but they're going to get three goals somehow this week, you know? All right, then you got Southampton is hosting Arsenal. Also, two teams that really don't have anything much to play for.
Actually, Southampton might win.
Yeah, I mean,
There's no point.
It's going to be another 1-0 Rice goal.
I think it'll be a tie.
We're going to see Sterling on the field.
Yeah, I'm predicting. Again, I always kind of think the team's getting relegated. Give them a little bump this week,
Yeah.
because they're want to, especially if they're at home. So Southampton at home for the fans. I think they're going to get a tie out of this. 1-1.
1-0 Southampton.
Okay,
Southampton win?
that'd be.
I'm going to go with Arsenal 1-0.
1-0. Okay. Then we got Tottenham versus Brighton. Another game where two teams have really nothing to play for.
Brighton has really disappointed me this season, man.
I'm gonna go.
I know they're 8th place, but they played so good in the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
It's been dropped off ever since January. I don't know what's up with them.
I'm going to go with a Brighton win, though, just because I am predicting a Tottenham Europa win. And if there's any team that's going to be hungover, it's going to be Tottenham winning after winning Europa. So I'm going to go with a Brighton win. Tottenham lose again. Postecoglou gets sacked the next day, but they don't care because they finally won a trophy. Yeah. What do you?
I think I'm going to predict Brighton to beat Tottenham, whether they win the Europa League or not.
I'm sorry, did I give a score?
No.
My bad. Let's just say 3-1 Brighton. Yeah.
3-1 Brighton.
I'm going to go 2-0.
2-0. Okay.
1-1.
1-1. Okay. And then the last game, Wolves versus Brentford. Brentford is actually, they started making some noise towards the end of the year there. It's Cunha's last game in a Wolves
Is
shirt.
that confirmed?
Probably.
You've been saying that.
I think so.
I see him in a Chelsea jersey next year.
I see him in a Man U.
I see him in he's disgusting, Manchester United. Baxter.
Go ahead, Max. Yeah.
I go Brentford win 2-0.
2-0.
It's going to be a 0-0.
0-0.
Goodbye.
Good.
It does feel like a tie type of game, but I think there'll be goals, though. I'm going to go 2-2.
2-2?
Yeah.
2-2.
A fun tie, yeah.
Guys, and then that's the end of the Premier League, man. I'm kind of sad.
So sad.
I hate the time after that gap.
I hate it.
After you wait and you're just waiting for transfers to happen. That's the only exciting thing.
Yeah.
And then we watch these horrible friendlies.
You got the Club World Cup.
You
not
see
the
the ticket
same.
prices?
Yeah.
And the games suck. I hate off season. Off season sucks.
bro.
Got Nations League.
Nations.
The European
This is what we have to rely on.
Club World Cup. I mean, it might be cool if they change the format and put more money.
I'll
into
be
it.
excited to see it, but
But we
I
already
think-
know.
yeah.
Pep already said what his plans are with Man City.
He's gonna let the players.
He
just
doesn't give a
enjoy.
crap. Yeah.
Wow.
So you're going to see Oscar Bob. I hope we see Oscar Bob, but we're not.
We might see a
We're not
Rodri.
going for it.
That's gonna be our preseason.
Yeah, we're not
Probably.
going.
Did you guys see the Premier League preseason that's going to be in the US?
Yeah,
It's like 4 game. What is it?
It's very bad.
It's 3 games. It's two games back to back the same day, and then a final.
There are no big teams
a
because
minute, so
they're
It's Manchester
playing
United. What is it? Manchester United, Aston Villa.
17th place versus.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty bad.
Are there going to be overlap from teams in the Club World Cup to teams?
No,
playing?
it's teams that
All right,
basically
that's
didn't
good.
get
Because,
chosen.
dude, that would
Yeah.
suck if they did the Club World Cup, then went back home,
That would
and then came
basically-
back to America
Yeah,
again.
that would basically be our preseason. I'm expecting to see like all the new players start
Yeah.
from Man City.
Yeah.
We're gonna see Rodri probably. Are we losing Kevin before the Club World Cup?
Yes,
So it's
Kevin De
confirmed.
Bruyne.
he's not going to be there.
He's not gonna play for us.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, his last game is.
Yeah, but I was hoping like maybe we see a
know.
couple more games.
I know, bro.
At least lift that new trophy at the MetLife. At the MetLife.
I'm so mad at you, Man City, for doing this to me. He could have easily again. He
I
could
still
have.
have hope.
I wish I had that hope. Can you lend me some of that?
You
hope?
guys you guys got rid of James. I know James Milner's no comparison, but like
Yeah,
you guys get rid of players a little early because we had James Milner for 5 years.
but we didn't think. No, I don't think anyone thought Milner would be
Good.
that for that long.
De Bruyne still has 2 years in him.
I think so too. Again, I don't know why we don't just have him have like Modric's role for Real Madrid. Modric
Yeah.
doesn't start. He comes in 60th minute, maybe after halftime, gives you a good half, a strong half, and
I mean, I've been saying it.
La Liga is much easier.
yeah, it is much easier. But again, if we're getting, that's what I'm saying. If we got Florian Wirtz, I would have loved to see Kevin at least be his mentor for a year.
Abanub would kill you if you say. Remember when he came on and he was like saying La Liga is the best soccer? I was like, bro, what are you talking about? Premier League is the best soccer in the world.
I know I've repeated this a million times, but like I still remember when Real Madrid beat us in Champions League most recently, not this year, the year before, we had between our 2 legs 2 games to play in between our 2 legs. I've never seen anything like it. They had none.
Premier
So don't
League
get
is
miss me with that. La Liga
Yeah.
is the best league in the world, dude.
Premier
I
League
don't wanna
is
hear it. Yeah, so we had like a league game and an FA Cup game or Carabao Cup game or some nonsense or whatever. It was unbelievable. So anyway, you guys have any final words before we shut it down? I missed you guys.
I missed you too.
That's my final word. I
I
miss
guess we're
you
gonna
guys.
keep the tears till next week when we
Yeah.
close out. Well, we're not closing out next season.
It's the
Intent.
We're gonna confirm top 5,
We will.
and we're gonna talk about Champions League.
yep.
Yes.
Probably going to be a big conversation about Desiree Doué
Oh,
and
yeah.
Bastoni. Because those are to me the 2 guys. If you're asking me who from those games I'd want Man City to go for, it's those 2
insane.
I
guys.
love Doué.
Bastoni and Doué are freaking
he's
unbelievable.
insane,
So
man. Yeah.
just Pep, in case you're listening, just
Yeah, subscribe.
all right, boys. So, well, thank you guys. Thank you guys for all tuning in. And sorry we had that hiatus for a while, but we're back and we're going to finish the year strong.
All right. See you
guys.
guys. See ya.